guys, Mindy Brouse here, FE Director for San Diego Campus. Today's project is our Lichtenstein art. He is a pop artist, so make sure you write his name down on the whiteboard and you talk about pop art. And then you'll have pieces, of course, for them to look at. Draw out observations first. I'll have this piece, and then we will have this one, and this one. All right, so I'll have these three. Ask him if it reminds them of anything, okay? He based his work on comic strips and the art there. In comic strips, the art is tiny dots, right? And so he incorporated that. All of the piece is not in dots, but focus points are, all right? Now, if your students remember Surratt from last year, we are going to talk about the difference, okay? So I want you to show them, again, Phoebe is going to zoom in on these. These are not random dots, okay? They're in lines, right? They're very structured. They're not just, okay? All right, so draw that out. Hopefully they'll see that. If not, you may have to ask them, what kind of order? Is there a pattern for the dots? Things like that. All right, so there's a difference there. Now, this project that we're doing right now, this is gonna be for the older kids, okay? We will have a second video for the younger students. So for this one, this is gonna be really fun. So they're going to do a self-portrait style Lichtenstein. All right, and I have pre-traced their photos from last semester. You will have them for class. All right, so here's mine. All right, so you're gonna hand them out, and then you're gonna say, okay, first thing we need to do before we start the drawing is we need to include one word, or either you're saying something or you're thinking it. All right, so, and again, go back to this. Oh, all right, she's on the phone, whatever. All right, so in my example one that will be in class, I just was thinking about books. All right, they can do whatever, they can think about whatever they want, but to remind them to just do the word and then draw around it, and it shouldn't necessarily, I mean, it can take up the whole thing if they want, it's up to them. I have the parents help them spell it if they need to, okay? So I'm gonna do books. All right, and I'm gonna be thinking about it. Thinking about books. Okay. Then they're gonna not use the Sharpie after that. So the next thing they'll do is you're gonna remind them that the dots they're going to put in their art are not pointillist. So when I first worked on this project, that's what I did. I was just doing pointillism. I was just filling in the dots randomly. And then I remembered and looked at his piece. I was like, that's not how it's done. All right, so they will have rulers, and they can start wherever they want. I would suggest starting on their face and saving the background for last. But actually, I just think that's the way you should go. And you can see here, this is before I started getting the ruler to use and before I made big enough dots. All right, so tell them, this is a bad example. Miss Mindy doesn't want you to do it like this. She wants you to do them like these dots, all right? They're gonna use their markers. I would have them do their face, because this is something they can take home to finish easily. If they don't get this all dotted up, that's okay, they can finish it at home. It's just markers. The hardest part is getting their face and all these things. All right, so you will show them their example with your picture, because you will have yours. I know you're excited about that. And you're going to start with your ruler and do a couple of rows of lines, dots. All right, so, and make sure you do them big enough. Can you see here? All right. The other thing that he did is they were alternating. So the dots aren't directly under each other. They kind of alternate. So you can see this is going to take a long time. All right, so you can talk about Lichtenstein while they dot. All right, do you see there? You see how they're kind of shifting under each other? Okay. So that's what they're going to do. They're just going to use their rulers and dot it, dot it, dot it. They can use funky colors all they want. All right. That's it. It'll be fun. It'll be hilarious to take home. I'll be curious to see what they think. You can see here, look at my weird, I don't know, my friend was like, are you on a horse? So I fixed it for the second one. Anyway, so they'll have their portraits, all right? Thanks, guys.